What's up, everyone, and welcome back to HBCU Game Day. I am Symone Stanley, and today we are joined by class of 2023 quarterback out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. He just committed to the North Carolina Central University Eagles, Joshua Jones. Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, first of all, congratulations. Yesterday was signing day. You got to put pen to paper.
Yes, ma'am. Finally able to make it official.
So, what was it about the Eagles that made you want to start your college football career there?
It was the hospitality that they showed me, all the way from Coach Oliver, all across the staff. It was the love. It was pure. It was genuine. So every time I went up there, every time I made an appearance to show my face and be able to show that I'm interested in the college, they kept that same genuine love every time. And that was something that I stuck with my recruitment process and being able to make my decision.
What was your recruitment process like? Was it long? Was it a short process for you? Was it easier or harder than you expected?
It was kind of difficult seeing the schools that were coming along, uh, going from the military academies to a bunch of Ivy leagues. It was a kind of difficult process to think through, but in the end, I ended up going with the school that I felt most comfortable with, and I knew that was going to be able to provide for me in my future.
Were you considering any other programs besides Central?
Yes, ma'am. I considered four other programs: North Carolina A&T, Air Force, Navy, and Dartmouth. Those were the other programs that were in the recruitment process along with Central.
And what was it about those programs that made you lock in on them?
Um, all of them showed the same kind of love that Central showed, and it's it, it's something that had me thinking about what I wanted to do in my future. So with the military academies, I knew I didn't want to go into the service. That was something that I didn't see myself doing. So took that's what kind of deterred me away from them. Um, the other three schools, Dartmouth, A&T, the other two schools. Um, Dartmouth, it was a good program. They said it they were gonna set me up nice for my future. I just didn't feel comfortable and I didn't feel how I felt when I went to Central. So the last school was A&T. It all came down to communication and the bonds that I made with the coaches, and that's what put Central over A&T.
Okay. So, did you watch the Celebration Bowl? North Carolina Central, the defending Black
Yes,
college
ma'am.
football champions. What stood out to you about that game?
It was the amount of it was the amount of noise that was there. It was very rowdy. It was a lot of good vibes. It was a lot of high attitudes, knowing it's a big rivalry. It's I just like that crowd, and that's something that pulled me closer to that.
How would you describe your high school football career?
Um, my high school football career started all 4 years. Of course, in the beginning, it was a little bumpy. Had to take the bumps and bruises starting as a freshman, but I had a group of guys around me that kept me upbeat, uh, kept me pushing to know that it's going to come out better in the end. My head coach was a big part of that. That helped me keep my attitude up, told me to keep working, and by my junior year, I finally see that all that work that I put in, all the time, all the hours, all the dedication that I put into the weight room, the classroom, film, it showed up in that year.
So, how would you describe yourself as a quarterback?
Um, myself, I'm a I'm very confident in my talents. I know what I can do with the football. I know what plays that I'm able to make. I'm very coachable. So any advice, anything that Coach Leone, Coach Oliver, they tell me that I need to work on, that's what I need. That's what I'm gonna do to get myself better, to be able to play to that level.
So for someone who has not seen you play before, how would you describe like your play style?
Dual threat. I can do both. I can run the ball. I can throw the ball. It's it's every time that I step on the field, just know that you're gonna see a performance.
Okay. Okay. So what part of your game do you think is underrated? Is there anything that people have slept on from your high school career or even throughout your recruitment process?
Um, in the beginning, a lot of people question my leadership, and that's something that I had worked on throughout my whole entire high school career, and I'm still working on it to this day. Um, that's one thing that a lot of people question was, am I able to lead the team into the best situation possible? So me, myself, my coach King, Coach Oliver, Coach Leone, I know that all of them have helped me and are going to help me better, better my leadership.
So when you had those conversations with Coach Oliver and Coach Leone, what do they say that they want to see from you early on in your days at Central? They already have a starting quarterback in place, but what do they want to see from you your freshman year?
Mhm. They want to see the same. Shout out to Davius Richard. They want to see that same time and effort that he put into the program and that he put into the time that he put into himself. They want to see the same thing for me. They got high expectations for me, and I just got to be able to meet the standards that they get.
So, how does it feel stepping into a program like Central, who has had a lot of success as of late, especially at quarterback, and you have a guy like
Mhm.
Davius Richard, who has cemented himself in Central football history? He's a senior. He's going to be moving on. You're going to be coming in as the young guy who's in a position to soak up knowledge and potentially take over the ropes. How does that feel being in that position?
Um, it feels good knowing that I'm going to be able to learn under a great quarterback that has put a high name for himself and what he's going to be able to do for the future, potentially going to the NFL. Being behind that guy and learning from him, I feel as if it will better me so that when my time is to come to get on the field, I'm ready.
Do you have any specific goals, whether it be weight room goals, it could be conditioning, training, working on certain throws? Do you have any goals that you want to work on this spring and this fall?
Uh, One major goal that I have is being the best player that I can be all around, whether that be the classroom, the weight room, or the field. I want to be the best person and player that I can be and show that every day.
Are there any quarterbacks that you really like watching right now, especially growing up and going through your high school career? Was there any quarterbacks in the college ranks or in the professional ranks that you really like to study?
Yeah, two main quarterbacks that I like to watch a lot were Cam Newton and Justin Fields because I see myself in them so much. Being able to do both throw and pass, it's it's just a burning image that I see in myself.
Okay, I like it. So, lastly, what are you excited about the most? You're going to be starting your college football career soon. You wrapped up your high school football career recently, but what excites you the most about going to Central, playing in the MEAC, and starting the next chapter of your football career?
Um, I would say be going into a program as high a level as they are. Um, with the past two, with the conference championship win, and now the national MEAC championship win, going into that program with the level that they're at, it can better me as a player and make me better. And I just can't wait to get there.
Well, guys, I am Symone Stanley. He is Josh Jones. This is HBCU Game Day. Thank you guys so much for joining us.